Let's demonstrate how we can take a look at some of the navigation options that are available to us under ISPF. From the primary menu, one of the examples that we used was that option 3 takes us to the utilities. So if I type in a 3, then I go to my utility selection panel. And we can see in this case option 2 is my data set. So again, I can type in a 2 and go to that particular panel. Now, when I'm done here, or if I want to get out of this, then I can hit PF3, and this will backtrack and take me back to the primary menu. Now, similarly, what I can do is I can connect these two, so that if I know that I want to go to option 3.2, I can just type in 3.2 right at this point and go directly there. Now, when I hit PF3, I come directly back to the primary menu. Now, let's take another example, though, where if I take 3 and I select option 4 in this case, the data set list. I go to that, and again, what I can do is that when I hit PF3, this will take me back. But if I want to use the ability to jump directly to a particular option, what I could do is I could do something like this. I go to option 3.2, for example. I allocate my data set, perform whatever action that I want, and then I want to go to my data set list, so I type in equal 3.4, and this takes me directly to that particular panel. I don't have to go back to my primary, nor do I have to select any other options. I can go directly to whatever that particular option is by using the equal sign. Let's continue now by examining the role of the PF keys in the ISPF environment. As we said, the PF keys have certain designated default values, and so one of the ways that we can see what those are is we can display them by using the PF show command, which will display them at the bottom of the screen. In displaying them, then, it makes it easier to remember for those that are new to ISPF as to what these various values are set to. In particular, now we can look at PF1 as representing the help facility, and in this case we have an online tutorial that allows us to select various options to get a better explanation about what they do. PF3 you can see is designated as the exit key or the end key, and as a result this will always take us back out of the current panel to the previous one. Split screen mode allows me to move my cursor and split the screen, so that when my cursor is positioned here, when I hit PF2, then I'm in the split screen mode, and now what I can do is that I can go ahead and work on multiple displays at the same time. This can become very useful if perhaps I'm editing something and wanting to view output from something that I've run. In this case, I don't have to leave what I'm working on in order to be able to go to a different option and be able to perform some additional action. Again, if I hit PF3, then that will eliminate whatever screen it is that I hit PF3 on and take me back into my single screen mode. Some of the other options that are available, like PF7 and 8 for scrolling forward and backward, are available and more readily seen, for example, when I go into a facility like Edit. In this case here, when I select option 2 to edit, I can go into this particular data set. Now I can select a member from here, and once I'm in here, I can use PF8 to scroll down, PF7 to scroll back. Similarly, some of the other options that are available, like PF10 and 11 for scrolling right and left, will allow me to see data that may be on the right side of the screen that is not on the displayable portion, and PF10, of course, allows me to move it back the other way. If I want to find something, then, for example, I can type in a find, and in this case, I'm going to find the word equate, EQU. So I hit enter, and you can see I've located which one it is, and they're all highlighted now. And what I can do then is I can use the PF5 to move the cursor down, and you can see this showing up as a red on the left hand side as to which one I'm currently looking at. And similarly, what I could do is that I could do a change. So for example, in this case, if I wanted to change the EQU to EQX, for example, then I could go ahead and I could find it, and then I could make the change, and substitute with a change replacement. And in this case, I'm using the PF5 and the PF6 to make this particular change. This is the nature of how we can utilize the PF keys and to take advantage of this kind of functionality within the ISPF environment.